Hi, it's Enrique at Camp Perspective. Today we have YoYo, and YoYo is a daycare and train. So in this video, he's starting, he's in the e-collar program with us. So in this video, we're going to be finding the number that we're going to be using for his training. So he has the 1900s Black Edition. It's already fitted on his left side right now. So you want it, you don't want the e-collar fitted, you want it as high as possible. You don't want it on top of the neck. So the contact points, you don't want it, sorry. Stuff on his tail. You don't want it on top of the neck like this, and you don't want it on the Adam's apple, so anywhere else is fine. It's just as high as you can have it, and fitted. So it's not moving around, it's at one spot, especially since you have that much fur, you want it really fitted. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started finding the number. So we have 3 numbers as we go higher. So we're gonna start low, work our way up. So we'll find connection. Connection is when the 2 contact points are making contact or connection with the neck, and you'll start to see the twitch. As we go higher, we'll find perception, where YoYo might look to the left side where the box is at, or look around, like what's that? And then we'll go higher, because we're looking for a little bit more. It's called working, where YoYo will then like move around, try figuring it out. So once we get him to move, right, that's showing us that he is concerned about it and he's trying to turn it off. If we stick at any of these other numbers below, training will be a little bit more longer, and he might have a hard time understanding because it's not really at a level for him to know what's going on. It's just kind of there. It's like just like giving him like little tugs. That's not going to work, right? You need to give him like the full like pull up for him to sit, not little tugs like this. Right, YoYo? Good boy. So we're going to find his number. We're going to start at 5, give 3 taps. We're bump of 5, 3 taps, bump of 5. So if I say tap, 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 I'm pressing the button 3 times in that rhythm. And we only use the bumpy one. We don't use the bottom, which is called continuous. So the bumpy one is called nick, and the smooth one is continuous. Difference is if I hold down the nick, it just goes tap. If I hold on the continuous, it goes tap. And then we also have the vibrate in front, on and off button on the other side, just a single button side, and the knob on top. Clockwise is to increase it, counterclockwise is to decrease it. So we're gonna go ahead and look at YoYo. Tap. 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 10. Tap. 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 15, tap, 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 20, tap, 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 25, tap, 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 30, tap, 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 35, tap, 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 40.
Should I try to grab that slip lead back right now? Or...
Oh, it's in this kennel?
Yeah.
Give it like 10 more minutes. Tap, 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 44, 45, I mean. Tap, 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 50, tap, 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 55, tap, oh, tap, 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 60, tap. There's a twitch, wait. So I saw it at 55 actually, but I was confused if it was his breathing or was it the twitch. But this is 60, tap, tap, good. So see how that one got him to get up? 63, tap, tap, tap. So 68, tap, tap, tap. 75, tap. Oh, Jesus Christ. So you will dip it down. This is 30, tap, 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 35, tap. There we go, good. Tap, tap, tap. So see, nothing's happening here, just the twitch. It's 40, tap, wait, tap, tap, 40 again, tap, tap, tap. So you see how he's just standing here, just taking the hits, but he's not doing anything about it, right? So 45, tap, tap, tap. There we go. Tap, wait. Good boy. Good. So there he is looking at the dogs, he's getting distracted. But then every time he looks at me, what's going on here? But there, right, once I start to kind of get into his head, then the 75 became too much. But we just saw that 70 or 60, right, was barely doing anything. You just saw the twitch. And all of a sudden, like five more numbers later, boom, screen. So it's common, right, especially with the longer coded dogs, that connection will just change. But for YoYo, it's his first day. So the number's gonna be going up and down until it starts to just settle somewhere. So there, it could have been a few reasons why he screamed and now he's not screaming now when he's taking these hits, is because could have just caught him by surprise. So he might have just been surprised about it once it got to a certain level, but he's taking all these other hits, just like this one. It's like, whoa, okay, what was that? It wasn't that it was too high, it could have been surprised. But we'll keep finding the number and we'll see like what his general range is at. But right now, I actually think 35, tap. Is enough. So that one tap got him to lay down. And tap, tap, tap. So see, this one makes him move to me. I didn't drag him or anything. I just giving him tension towards me. Good boy. What else? So nothing out of the ordinary. It's all fine. We don't stop to console him for the yelp. We just continue to move on, because if we stop and make it a big deal for him, then it's a big deal, and it doesn't need to be a big deal. Other than that, right now, it's not too busy. The dogs are dogs in the playpen, but they're not playing. So this is the number in this setting. Maybe when you go to Oz Park or like any park, this 35, the reaction of 35 might be 75, might be 65. Or maybe he's playing with friends and might be higher just because he's in a different environment and there's more, there's a higher energy. The energy level is higher. So don't get married to 35. Don't think that every day you take YoYo out and collar him up, it should be 35. It's going to change based on weather, activity level, other things like that. But nothing out of the ordinary with YoYo. He did really good. Again, this number might change, it might go increase, it might decrease. It's all on YoYo. But good job, buddy. Hi, it's Enrique with Camp Perspective. Today we have YoYo. In this video, we're going to be going over the heel command. So heel is walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop. So if I take 5 steps, YoYo takes 5 steps. If I take 10, he takes 10. If I come to a stop, YoYo is to automatically sit at my left side with his right shoulder parallel to my left leg. This is all done with a slack leash in any environment. For our leash, the way we want to hold it is I hold the end of it, I put my left thumb through the loop like this, close it, and I put the excess over my pointer finger like that. So I have a double lock system here if I want it in one hand. So right here, I'm gonna give him this much slack. So right here I have a J, and this J ends at his armpit. If it's lower than that, he's gonna be stepping over it. If it's higher up, like choking up like this, then I'm not allowing him to make the mistakes so that we can teach something, because he's just already here. What else? So that's, let's see here. So that's like what the heel is. For this first session, we're not going to be using the word heel. We're just going to be creating the behavior that when you feel this, it means to follow me. So the way we're going to teach it, again, shaping it, is as I walk forward, YoYo is probably going to pass me. As soon as his right shoulder passes my left leg, I'm going to do an immediate 180 to my right, and then tap, tap, tap. Once he comes to my left side, no more tapping. Walk forward, good boy, he passes me again. another turn to my right, tap, tap, tap. So if I'm yo-yo, I'm walking, and then I see, I'm passing my leg, Enrique's leg. I feel this, okay. Let me go, what's going on here? I think Kim rotated it, no? Are you rotating it? I think she just did it right now. Oh, Enrique's going this way. Let me follow him. Once I get to his leg, the pressure goes away. Okay. Other things he might try is go to my right side. So if that happens, I pull to my left, tap, 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 get him to flush out to my left side. If yo-yo for some reason puts the brakes on and doesn't want to move, I keep moving forward and I tap until he catches up to my left side. What else could yo-yo do? If yo-yo, maybe he veers out to the left, gives too much space, again, I keep moving forward and tap, or I could go against that and then tap for him to kind of give him more guidance to close the gap here. So we found 35 was a working number last video. Let's start at 30, since there's been some time since we found that number. Okay, we'll walk forward. Good. Here, tap. Good boy. Good. Slow turn to my right. Good. Good boy. Slow turn, tap, tap, tap. Yes, good boy. Good. Gonna try 35. Good. Slow turn to my right. Good. Slow turn to my right. Tap. Yes, good boy. I'm using food. Just to reward him for giving me that. He spit it out there. Good. Slow turn to my right. Who's it for? Who's it for? Oh. Good. Tap for him to catch up. Let's see what he does here. Good. So here, tap, tap. Shh. Good. Slow turn to my right. Once he turns, there's no tapping because he's turning with me. But here, tap. Good. Slow turn to my right. Good job. Tap, tap. See if we'll take this. You don't want a yo-yo? Nope. Okay, walk forward. Good. Tap. Tap. Good boy. Good. Slow turn to my right. Good. Tap. Good. He's insecure. Tap. Good. Slow walk. And I'm gonna tap here for him to catch up. Tap. Good boy. Good. He already has good walking skills, at least here in the facility. So he's not being too difficult. He's just a little tap. Good. Slow turn again. Tap. Good. So see there, he gets distracted. I tap, he immediately turns to me. That's a good thing. And then we slow down to a stop. And then here, heel is walk with me, stay sit when I stop. So when we're doing our sits or creating our automatic sits, we don't say sit, we teach it as an automatic behavior. So what we're gonna do here is gently pull up for guidance and then tap. Here, I'm gonna lower it. We're at 25 now. So what we're gonna do, again, nothing out of the ordinary. He's doing really good. We're gonna do a few more walks. We're gonna do like 5 stops maybe, and we'll practice the L sits. Good boy. Good. Slow to a stop. And then up, tap. And good boy. Good. Good. Slow walk. And we stop. Yes, good job. Good. He's also keeping my pace, so if I walk slow, tap, tap. Good. So if I walk slow, he walks slow. If I walk fast, tap. Still need to tap him for catching up like that. Good. He should walk fast. And he's always glued to my left leg. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Good. We'll stop here. Yes, good boy. Tap. Good. Tap. Good. Good. That's a good boy. Tap. 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 Good. Good. So nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. Like I said, he's already got a solid foundation of leash walking skills here, at least with us. Other than that, the auto sits, he caught on to that really quick. He's already been a good sitter, but now we have to teach him the e-collar way. Keep stepping on your tail, buddy. Teach him the e-collar way of like when I pull up and I tap, he needs to give into the position and sit down. Nothing really out of the ordinary behavior-wise we notice here with YoYo. If anything, he's just distracted, that's all. Doesn't really bark, doesn't really whine. His first day, he was a little timid, a little like unsure, and that's his stress response. So right now, when he's feeling the e-collar, you can tell he's a little bit like, what's going on? Just like unsure. So that's why there's the lagging. That's why at the beginning, after we found the number, he's trying to go that way because that way is the kennels and like the safe place. But right now, we're kind of telling him that when you feel this, you don't run away. You're supposed to run to the handler, me, or the owners, not just anywhere, or go to because what if there was a street right there, and he knows the house is across the street? Then that puts him in risk of getting hit by a car. But good, nothing out of the ordinary. Another command we do teach with the heel, or this behavior is like the break command. So the command that lets him know that now he is released from the command. So when we're doing this, works really well outside. So if I come to a stop on the sidewalk and like the grass is right here, so I'm facing the grass, I'll go ahead and cue the word break, and then I'm gonna push him to the grass. So break, good. And I push him away from myself, and now he can technically pull me. He can pee, he can poop, he can do anything a dog is to do. Good. Hi, it's Enrique, the camera perspective. Today we have YoYo. In this video, we're going over heel part 2. So heel part 2 is where we add the word heel, and we do a little bit of turns with him. So right now, when we're adding the word heel, for every stop I do, so right now, I'm gonna cue the word heel, the left leg goes. Another stop, heel, left leg, heel, left leg. I'm gonna do that repeatedly. The reason why we're repeating it like that is to get him used to hearing the word and seeing the left leg move in a faster way. After this video, it'll just be heel to start the walk. If we come to a stop, we don't say heel again. The left leg will just move. And if I say heel and I start walking and YoYo doesn't follow, I tap. If I say heel and start walking and YoYo does follow, there's no need for the tap. So we'll get started. Heel, left leg, good. Tap, good boy, good. Slow, to a stop, good. Heel, left leg, good job. Good, slow to a stop, and tap for the sit. And good boy. And good boy. Heel, left leg. Good. And slow to a stop. Yes, good boy. Heel, left leg, tap, tap. Good. Do one more here. Heel, left leg. Good. So for every stop I do in this video, I will be saying heel and tap for the sit. Good. I'll be saying heel. So that's how we do the heel first. Time we're using it and how we're going to be doing it. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. And that's how we'll be doing it. Tap. In our follow-up lesson, just to get everything transferred to you. I know. But yeah. So now we're going to go over left turns and right turns. So throughout this video and his first heel video, I've been saying slow, slow turn, or slow to a stop. We always want to slow down before we stop and before we turn. So the reasons for the slowdown, we like to compare it to like traffic, so like the human way. Why you want to slow down is, let's say we're driving, right? If we need to come to a stop, we slow to a stop. We don't just abruptly stop. And we also don't abruptly turn. We slow down and we turn, or else there will be an accident either with us in our car or in the car behind us. So there are signals to be fair to everyone. So the first reason is to be fair to YoYo. If we slow down, right, he should slow down with us. But if we're walking at a consistent speed for 30 minutes and then all of a sudden we just stop, YoYo is probably going to get caught off guard and probably going to keep going just because he didn't get a signal. We weren't fair. So one, to be fair to the dog. Second reason is to make sure that he's paying attention. So if we do our part correctly, we're slowing down, but then he keeps going. I don't do the turn, I don't do the stop. I go ahead and tap and do my 180 turn to correct him for passing me. So the first turn we're going to go over our left turns. With left turns and right turns, we always start with the opposite leg. So if I'm going left, I start with the right leg. If I'm going right, I start with the left leg. Left turns tend to be more difficult, so we'll go over those first. So here, heel, right? So I'm walking, I slow down, I see YoYo's paying attention, so I'm gonna go proceed with the turn. So it's right, left, right. Good. Slow walk, and the slow down, right, left, right. The slow down is just like 4 to 5 steps, and you wanna make it very like noticeable so that he knows. Right leg, right leg. Good. Slow. Right, left, right. Shh. 2 more. Slow. Okay. Right leg, right leg. Good. Slow. Right, left, right. So we're just making a square. We like to have the owners use the cracks in the sidewalk. So if I'm approaching a crack, all right, so he say this crack, the right leg lands on the crack, the left leg is on the crack, the right leg is going off the crack, tap, going the other way. Good. Right, left, right. So again, we want to make sure that he's slowing down before we do the turn, because if we do the turn and he's passing us, instead of like turning here, we'll end up like probably here. So if we come here, he's gonna flip out, it's gonna be very awkward. Or maybe let's say he's slowing down, but his head is a little curved. So like this, we go into the dog like that. We continue to move into them. One, they're learning boundaries and they're learning, okay, heel isn't like curl up to the leg, heel is stay here and like give this much space. So again, right leg is starting the left turns. So for the right turns, we start with the left leg, and it's very simple. So heel, left leg. Good. So slow down still. I extend the left leg. I go back on the right, tap, and I back on the left. Good. Slow. Good. Left, right, left. Slow walk. Left leg, right leg, left leg. Good. Left, right, left. So now what we're going to do is blend them together. Left turns and right turns. So here's the left turn. Good. Right, left, right. Hey. Slow. Right, left, right. Slow. Left leg, right leg, left leg. Here's the right turn again. Extend the left leg, go back on the right and back on the left, going the opposite way. And then we'll slow to a stop. And then tap for the sit. Good boy. Good, so those are turns and how do we use heel. So when you're practicing heel, it'll be, going for your walk, it'll be collaring him up, potty break. Once he's gotten all that out the way, find your number. Once you found your number, heel, left leg, we start walking. If yo-yo doesn't follow, again, we tap, we don't repeat heel. And then once you've gotten here, you can do practice 5 left turns, 5 right turns. You can do 5 auto sits if you want to. And then after that, that's your warm up. Throughout your walk, if you want to give him another potty break, you slow to a stop like this, break, and then pull him to the grass like that. So now he can do whatever he wants. So that's how we do break, slow to a stop, break. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. We shouldn't be tapping throughout the turns, just a lot of body language stuff, but good. Good. Hi, San Miguel Campus perspective. Today we have yo-yo. So in this video, we'll be going over the stay command. So right now, I was just finding yo-yo's number and he decided to sit. I didn't say sit or anything like that. That was just the response he gave me. So for stay is stay in the position and spot you're in. So right now, yo-yo is sitting and in the spot next to me in the floor. So if I said stay, it's stay in the sit. So I can't say sit because he's already sitting. So this is where the stay command comes into handy or comes into play. Staying in that position and spot you're in. Position is to sit, spot is here in the facility training floor. So what we're going to go ahead and do is start off with just simple exercise of just stepping out in front of him to kind of create or build up to like walking around him in a circle and having him just sit still and not move. So what we're going to do is we're going to be going back and forth into like a heel then stay, just to keep him moving, put him back in the auto sit, and then issue the stay to keep him in the sit. I'm going to go ahead and go down, because right now I found my working number to be 38. I'm going to go down to 30, since we're teaching something new to yo-yo. So we have the visual, and like the verbal, like the audio hearing part. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and wave my left hand in front of yo-yo's face. As I'm waving, I'm pairing that with the word stay. After that, I'm going to go ahead and shorten my leash. So instead of having like the J for training, I'm going to go ahead and shorten it to about here. Because I'm going to assume that yo-yo is going to, yo-yo's rear is going to stand up, or he's going to lay down, or he's going to somehow just move. Because this is something new. Maybe his owner has done some foundation work, so maybe he does have a familiar feel for it. But I'm always assuming the dog's going to move just to make it easier for myself. So again, stay, having my leash short like this, and I'm going to use my right foot to pivot out in front of yo-yo facing him and keeping my arm like this. So I always want it like this, because then if he gets up, all I have to do is just pull up and then relax. Instead of having that training leash, jeez buddy. Instead of giving all this leash, if he gets up, I'm going to have to go all the way up here, or even if I do give enough leash here and I'm relaxed, there's also this delay. And I'm going back and forth for just keeping up here and up and up and up. So I'll go ahead and get started. Stay, shorten my leash. Use the right foot to go in front of yo-yo and reface him, like this. And then return to his side, and good boy. I'm gonna go ahead and put him back into heel. I'm gonna come around and do 2 more. So here, heel, good boy. Okay. Slow it to a stop. Yes, good boy. So here we go. Stay. Shorten my leash. Right foot out, facing yo-yo. Go back to the side, then move, good boy. And then heel. Some new commands override old commands, so that's why I'm going into a heel and then to a stay. Slow to a stop. Good job. Stay. Shorten my leash. Wait a moment. So here, up, tap. Good. So I didn't even get to pivot out, and he already laid down. He's probably going to be laying down, not really getting up. So I'm going to do a half circle here. When we start introducing movements or circles when we're going around yo-yo, if he gets up as I'm doing my circle, so let's say I'm walking this way, and then he gets up right here. But I didn't finish my half circle. What you're going to want to do is stop your circle, pull up and tap until he goes back into the sit. Because if we keep moving and then we're tapping at the same time, he's going to want to follow you, because the last time he felt this feeling and I was walking around or moving, it was for heel. So just to stop from creating any confusion, we stop our movement, we get this done, and then once he's settled, we continue our half circle. Heel. Shh. Tap, tap. Good. Good boy. Stay. Shorten my leash. Pivot out in front with the right foot, facing yo-yo, and then we do our half circle here. Good. Try full circle. Good. Another full circle. Yes, good job. Good job, yo-yo. Heel, left leg, tap, tap. Good. Tap. Yes. Slow to a step. Good boy. Stay. Right foot out. Going into a circle. Good. And then you don't need to walk awkwardly. So I'm just walking my normal pace, just moving like this. Gonna do one more. He has not made a single mistake. Heel. Slow to a stop. Yeah. Stay. Right foot out. Good. Good job. So nothing out of the ordinary here. Maybe it is out of the ordinary. He didn't make any mistakes, but he did really good. Again, if he gets up as I'm doing my circle. So I didn't say stay again because he's still in the stay. So I technically can just continue to do another circle. And if he gets up as I'm moving, I stop, I pull up, I tap, tap, tap until the butt goes back down. Or if he lays down, same thing, pull up, tap, tap, tap until he gets up from the down. Oh, good job, yo-yo. Good job. Up, tap. Good job, yo-yo. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. So there we saw a little mistake from yo-yo. Again, that's how you would correct it, just pulling up and tapping there. So good. So when you're practicing stay, you can do it like maybe you're on your walk and you see like the hands, a crosswalk, you get the hand, so it's a red light. You do a quick stay until you see the green light. Good boy. Heel, left leg. We continue walking. Maybe he's potting. For the number 2, as you're going to throw it away, you give yourself space between yourself and the garbage can. And then, so you give yourself space between you and the trash can. Stay, pivot out, throw it away, come back to his side. Good boy. Heel. You continue your walk. Thresholds, you can do it. What else? Thresholds meaning like through the gate or through a door. You do a door. You stay first. You pivot out at the door. Make sure no one's crossing in front of your house. If that's the type of building you live in, I don't know. Or like a gate. Maybe going to the dog park. Practice a little stay. Open the gate. Make sure he's not going out of impulse. So you're practicing impulse control away, and then break, and then he can go do what he wants. Break. Hi, it's Enrique with Camera Perspective. Today we have YoYo, and in this video we're going to be going over place command. So place is go to this object, don't hop off. YoYo can stand, sit down, lay down, chew on a bone, whatever he wants. You just cannot hop off this object. We're using a lifted dog bed right now. You can use whatever you want. If he has his own bed, you can use that bed, or a yoga mat, a towel, a chair. A client had to use an area rug before, so whatever that has a solid perimeter that YoYo can clearly see, that works. So what we're going to do when we're teaching this behavior is going to shape it first. We're not going to say place. So what I'm going to do is approach the placemat, and I'm going to give tension towards the placemat. I'm not dragging him, just giving tension. So my arm is going to be like stationary like this, and I'm going to pair that tension with the remote. Once I start to see YoYo make his way to the placemat, pressure turns off. Things to expect. Usually we'll see bucking around, resistance, I don't want to go. But from YoYo, I don't really expect anything like that. I'm just going to start low, 25, since we're teaching something new. So I'm going to approach the placemat, right? Give tension and tap, tap. Good. Pressure stops once he's moving forward, because that's what we want him to do. And tap, 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 tap. Good. Relax and tap. Good. And let him settle first. Yes, good boy. Good job. So there I send him. He decides to continue walking, so I tap again and then bring him back. Break is the command if you want him to hop off. So I'm going to do this 4 more times on each side of the placemat. Good. Tension, tap, tap, relax, tap, 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 relax. Good boy. Good job. Good. Break. Good. Tension, tap. Yes, good boy. Break. So here, if this happens, because he was about to go there, we'll just pull him back. You don't need to tap or say anything. Tension, tap, tap. Good job, buddy. Break. One more. Yeah, one more. Pull him back. Pull him back. Good. I don't need him to sit. I just need him to settle. So if he wants to stand still in a standing position, that's fine. I just need him to not keep pursuing the placemat, trying to get there. Because if he's going to the placemat, that's good, but then it gives me nothing to train. So I'll just pull him back, tension, tap. Good job, buddy. Break. So now we're going to switch it up. When I approach the placemat, I'm not going to give tension anymore. I'm going to give the E collar first, because I want to have this tool, the E collar, be the one that's sending him to place, not the leash bringing him to the placemat. So we'll keep our leash slack like this. I'm on 30, not 33. So here, tap, 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 tension. There we go, good boy. You take treats now. You didn't want to take them before. Yes. Okay. You licked it. That's all. Good boy. Good. Break. Do 4 more. Good. Tap. 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 Good job. Good boy. Break. Good. So here, hold him back. And tap. That was 35. Go back down to 30. Good boy. Break. 2 more. Hold right here. Hold again. And tap. Tap. Wait, just good. Good. One more. Break. Pull, pull, pull. So if that happens where he's not wanting to get off the placemat, just continue to pull him off. Don't need a tap. I'm also slowly increasing my distance as I keep going around. That one I was close, I should have been farther. Tap. Good. So once we start to see some consistency that when he feels the E-collar, Don, what time are you leaving for drop-offs? Kim, did you want to go on lunch now before he goes for drop-offs? So once we start to see that when I tap, he goes, I tap, he goes, I tap, he goes, then we can start to label it. Before we do that though, we're going to introduce the second part to the place command, which is to stay there. So part one is to send off, get him comfortable, feeling the pressure, and sending him there. Once we get that down, duration. So I'm going to start walking around him. If YoYo jumps off, I stop my movement, I start tapping until he goes back. Once he's settled there, I walk again. So if we continue to walk and we're tapping at the same time, if he's getting off the placemat, it's going to look like heel. So he's going to want to follow us, and just to help him kind of figure it out, make it easy for him, we stop our movement, tap, tap, tap. He goes back there. We're good. We can do another walk around. Good. Break. I'm going to do 4 more of those send-offs and then to a walk around, increasing my distance as well. So here, tap. Good boy. A little walk around here. Good. Break. Good job, YoYo. 3 more. Pull back. Good. And tap. Good job. Now walk around here. Good. Break. Good job, YoYo. Oh. Good. So here, pull back. Good job. Pull back. No tapping. And tap. Tap. And then he goes. Good boy. Okay. Break. Good job. One more, buddy. Tap. Good. Good. So now I'm going to break him. Break. And now I'm going to say place. If he goes to place, no tap. If he's not going to place, I'm going to tap him. So here, same thing. We're just adding the cue now. And place, tap, tap. Good job. Will you take treat now? Break. Pull, pull him, pull him, pull him. Good job. 4 more. Place. Good job. No taps. Good boy. Break. Good. Place. Tap. 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 There we go. Good job. That's 30. That was 38. Make it 35. Break. Good. Slow to a stop. And tap. Oh, forgot to say place. Where we do that one. Break. Good job, Yo-Yo. Good job. That was a good one. Good. Place. Good. That was better. No taps. I said place. Yes, good boy. Break. Good. Place. Good job. So nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. So after this, he's going to start duration work. The way we practice it is we have columns here, and then place beds next to these columns with a tether. So the leash is long enough, they're tied to it, right? They clip to it. The leash is long enough to give them room to make mistakes, so they can hop off if they want. So we need to know that they're the ones making the decision to stay on the placemat, not just because the leash is tight that they're forced to stay on there, but that they're making the decision to do it. So we're going to go into like just an hour right away. You don't need to do in increments of 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to an hour, or like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Go straight into it. What you do want to do, start working into it, is the location of the duration part of it. So if you don't have somewhere you can tether them to, right? So you would have this exact same setup, leash on. You can put your foot on the leash, watch a movie with the e-collar, or you can have the leash in your hand, watching a movie. But you want to start close and then work your way out every single time until you can get to the corner of the room where his bed is at, or like in the center of the living room, wherever his bed is at. Keeping the leash on just to save you some effort, right? It'll be very difficult to get him back to place without the leash to guide him back to it, since this is still new for him. And we also don't repeat place. I'm not repeated it once. I say it once. If he makes a mistake, I correct it. If I repeat place, I reset everything, and I haven't fixed anything. What I'm telling you is like, yeah, you can break place, but when I say place, you should go back on, which is incorrect. If he decides to chew on the bed, bark, whine, growl, you can correct that with the remote. He might hop off the placemat because he's gonna be thinking, oh, I got corrected for being on place, so let me get off place. If that happens, you continue to tap until he gets back onto the placemat. Another thing, break, I'm gonna show you, is that I don't move when I'm sending him there. So I'll move the placemat more left, right here. So if I'm here, place, I've not moved. So a lot of trainers will teach place, like place, and they walk the dog all the way to the bed, and then that happens, that will end up being part of the command. So you're gonna need to walk yo-yo there every single time if you're already doing it from the beginning and you continue to do it, because he'll never know what it looks like without you walking him there. So I say place, he goes, and he finishes the command, and he does all the work for me. So keeping your feet planted. But let's say, yo-yo, break. Let's say he's struggling. As I get farther, am I still on the camera? Okay. It's your pull. Let's say I said place. He's not going. What I'm gonna do is take one step forward and then push him there, like that. But I still have not moved. And if he's still struggling, take another step and then you push him there. When you go home and you're gonna use your object, your bed, you're gonna wanna repeat all these steps. So the leash tension tapping, the slack leash tapping, getting him used to this. This is the one that's sending you there, not the leash. After that, then you can start to use the word place. Once that you tap, he goes, you tap, he goes, you tap, he goes, and it's consistent. Right, yo-yo? Right, yo-yo? Good. Break. Hi, it's Enrique, the Canine Perspective. Today we have yo-yo, and this video we'll be going over. We're going to be going over the down command. So the down is your traditional, just like laying down, don't move. It's the way we kind of teach us through pressure. Because let's say yo-yo nose down, I feel like yo-yo's going to, what? Oh. I feel like yo-yo's going to be, what is that? Pretty good with this because he likes to lay down. So what we're going to be doing here is the reason why we're going to be teaching this way, or why it's important to teach it through e-collar, is because if yo-yo lays down and then he gets up and I start tapping, he's probably not going to know to lay back down. So that's why we need to teach it first through econ and shape his behaviors. So to do that, what we're going to do is have the leash kind of angled like this, not angled, but the collar of the clip we're using is more pointed down. So with this setup, we're going to use our leg closest to the dog, so yo-yo, and we're going to put our left foot on this J. And as soon as I feel tension, I'm going to be pairing it with the remote. Right now, our working number was 45. I'm going to go down to 37, lowering it because we are training something new for yo-yo. So here's tension, and then tap, 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 tap. Tap. Jesus. Good. Yeah, you go, boy. Good job. Break. Good. So I forgot to say, things to expect was resistance. I felt a little bit of it, but nothing too crazy. I didn't expect anything crazy from yo-yo. Dog will do the whole bucking around, not wanting to give into the pressure. But usually the first one's the hardest one. And I went up to 47. Tension, tap, tap. Yes. Come on. Break. 3 more. Good. Tap. Tap. Yes. Good job, honey. Break. Two more. Tap. Yes, you're gonna start to see he's getting the hang of it. Good. Break. One more. Good. Tap, tap. Yes. Good boy, yo-yo. Your face is so cute. Break. Good, so nothing out of the ordinary. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step, which is making sure that the e-collar is the tool that's making yo-yo lay down, not the leash or the foot on the leash. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep our leash, I'm gonna keep it like this, just because it is shorter, because the other way would be I let the leash go. Come on. Let's see here. Good. And I step on it, but I'm not giving tension. It's just there in case and just to limit his movement. But it's the same thing if I do this as well. So if he's struggling, I'll drop it at foot to help him out. So here it's going to tap. This is 47. Tap. Yes. Good boy. Break. 4 more. Yo-yo. Told you he'll start to like this command. Good. Push the butt down. Here, pull up. Good. And then tap. Yes, good job. Break. 3 more. What's up? What's up? You tired? Come here. And then tap. Yes, good job. 2 more. Break. Good. And tap. Yes, good job. Good. Break. 1 more. pull up here. I'm not tapping there, I'm just pulling up just to keep him from laying down before I cue it. Just want to make sure that he's going down because of me. So tap. Yes, good boy. Good, so nothing out of the ordinary with that. It's very consistent that when I give one tap, he lays down, and it's consistently happening. So now what we're gonna do is call that down. So I'm gonna release him, bring it back here, and we're gonna add the cue. So I'm gonna say down. If he lays down, there's no tap. If I say down, shh. Can you tap Darla? She was boofing over something over there is hammering. Tap. So cue down. If he lays down, there's no tap. And we're also not tapping at the same time. We're saying down. It's just down. Again, only tapping if he's not laying down. Break. Go yo-yo. Yo-yo. Shh. Okay. Good job. Down. Yes, good boy. Good. Break. Shh. Buddy. Four more. Yes. Pull up. Down. Yes. Break. Pull up here. Down. Yeah, good boy. Break. Two more. Just got it. Down. Tap. Good. One more. Break. Down. Good, no taps. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really good. Like I kind of saw, it's probably gonna, so if you're on like a walk, or actually no, before, probably just like 5 to 10 minutes of just repetition, down, 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 down. And then on your actual walk, like say you see a familiar face. Shh. Let's say you see a familiar face. Instead of having him and keeping him in the sit as you talk to whoever you're talking to, you would go ahead and cue him in a down, and just making sure that you're kind of beating him to the punch. Because I'm gonna assume, and if you can tap Darla, because I'm gonna assume that from that sit, he's gonna lay down before. Because sitting is just an uncomfortable position to be in for a period of time. So again, I down him because I already know I'm going to talk for a while. Foot goes on the leash, and I have a conversation. Foot's on the leash just so you can focus on the person you're talking to, and you can also have him like in front like this as you're talking to someone, so that you're seeing what he's doing instead of like this, right? Because I don't know what he's doing, but I know if he gets up, at least he'll hit the end of the leash because my foot's here, and then he'll just like stop. I feel it, and I can just tap to correct him. But again, just keeping him here as you're talking to someone will be your most safe. What else? So nothing out of the ordinary. We're gonna go ahead and actually do sit as well. So sit has already been shaped. All we're gonna be doing is labeling it. So here, break. Good boy. Good job. So here, sit. And he sits, good. So this might happen, tap. Good job. Break. Good. So usually he's like drilling out these auto sits every time you come to a stop. Good job. So let's see. Just stand a little bit for me. Good. There we go. Sit. Nice. So he's got a good sit. Up, tap, relax. We're going to lower it to 35. Tap. Good. So tap. Good. So here, sit has the stay implied. Tap. The stay implied with it, so that I don't need to say sit, stay, or down, stay. And also for the down command, I don't need to say sit, stay, or down, stay. It's just down, sit. If he gets up, we correct. Break. But the idea is if that we're still needing the leash, or to get rid of the leash, and what I mean by that is the pressure. So something like that down, we want to get rid of that foot. Same thing for the sit, we want to get rid of that up and tap, and we'll just say sit, tap. And he should just sit. Good. And then down, tap. Good. So again, nothing out of the ordinary. Sit is very simple. Again, if you want him to sit, you'll cue it first, up, tap. If he does sit, then you're fine. If he's not sitting, up and tap for the first week you're practicing this. Then you want to get rid of the arm and just say sit, and then you can start tapping. You might already be able to just start to begin this tapping first sequence anyways, because we have already drilled and shaped sit with up and tap for heel. Long session for yo-yo apparently. So we'll cap it here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Again, for the down, for stationary, stays implied, so I don't say down, stay. You can do your circle, and then if he gets up or moves, you start with the pressure, and then if he's struggling, then you do the foot on leash to help him out. So you have down and sit, and we'll cap it here. Right. Break. Hi, it's San Miguel, the perspective. Today we have yo-yo. In this video, we're going over recall. So since I'm doing the recall, I will have the long leash and the e-collar, and Chad will have the short leash. Chad is here to create separation. So this exercise we're doing, you can do with a partner or a friend, but we'll also give you ways to practice by yourself. But right now, we're going to teach the foundation. So Chad is, again, is here to use the short leash as for separation, and again, I'm doing recall. And the reason for the 30 feet, or the 30 footer, is to create that realistic distance and then also to make the command happen. So when you're handling the long leash, I have it in my right hand like this, over my thumb and closing it, so it's locked here. My remote goes in my right hand as well. So here, I just need my pointing finger to press a button and my thumb to increase and decrease the numbers. My 3 fingers here are going to reel it in like this. And my left hand is just holding it, and you don't need to carry the excess, you don't need to carry the leash you're reeling it in. You can just let it hit the ground, like that. The reason why we want to reel it in is so that yo-yo doesn't have 30 more feet to pass us. So let's say we reeled in a good amount and we want to lock it. What we'll do here is just go ahead and flip our hand like this and get that pointer finger locked. So he's locked here. What we don't want to do is, once we're done reeling it in, hold it like this, because then if he decides to bolt or if he decides to move away, you're gonna start getting rope burn like that. So locking it like that. Cool, so recall is the come when called command. What's supposed to happen is yo-yo come. As he's coming, we're reeling in our leash, we're moving back, and then we hold. The moving back is to draw the dogs in, but we wanna move back as he's coming to us, and then he's to land a foot or two in our vicinity in any spot of our body, or of our, where we're at. So he can be in the front if he wants to. He can be in the left side, the right side behind us. It just needs to be in this vicinity, in the sitting position. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Good boy. So we're going to be doing is shaping the behavior. We're not going to be using any words, just teaching him that when you feel this from this distance, it means to come to me. So the way we're going to shape it is using the leash and tapping. So right now my leash is slack. So I'm going to go ahead, and reel in some leash. So once I get about here, right, I feel tension. With that tension, I'm going to be tapping. So I'm going to start moving back with the tension, tapping, tap, tap. Once YoYo starts to make his way to me, I'm going to take 3 to 4 steps backwards like this, and then hold and my last step, and we'll see what he does. He needs to finish it. If YoYo stops in the middle, maybe he just like he's coming, but then he just stops, or he starts to slow down, I'll tap, move back again to make it faster or to make him continue to come to me. After my 3 to 4 steps, if I slow down here, and then he passes me, I turn, face him, tap, tap, move back. As YoYo is coming to me, I am reeling in my leash. Well, if he passes again, I just turn, face him, tap, 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 continuing to reel in my leash. And then he's to land a foot or two in my vicinity, anywhere, front, left, right, in the sitting position. So here, slowly reel it in, tension, and then tap, tap, good boy. 3 to 4 steps back, reeling in my leash, and I'll hold right here. Good. Yes, good job. Good, and then break. Cueing the word break means he's allowed to leave my side, and then we can repeat this again. But you did good. Good. Thank you. So here, no tension. Tension, tap. Good boy. Tap, speed him up here. There we go. Hold right here. And good job, buddy. Good. Break. Where is it? Oh, there you go. Good. We're going to do 3 more. Yeah. Good. So start reeling it in. Tension, tap. Good boy. 3 to 4 steps back. Hold right here. See what he's going to do. Tap for the sit. Yes. Good job. Good boy. And break. 2 more. I love his colors. Good. Oh. Good. Tension. Tap. Tap. Good boy. 3 to 4 steps back. Hold right here. And tap for the sit. And good boy. Good. Break. 1 more. Good. I can pull him. Oh, yeah, there you go. Good. Tension, tap, tap. There we go. We'll lower it. Good. Yes. Good. Good job, buddy. Good boy. And then break. Good. So now that he's doing really good with that, we'll advance. So instead of using the leash tension and pairing up the e-collar, I'm actually going to tap first and then use the leash because I want to know that the e-collar, this tool, is the one that's making him come to me, not the leash. So here, slack leash. Tap, tap, tap. Good. Good. So I didn't even need the leash to pull him. He just kind of came to me. But everything else remains the same. Tap. So this is too far, so tap. I'll move away and then tap again for him to close the gap. Yes, good boy. Good. Break. Good. Good. So here, tap, 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 tap. Good boy. See what he does here? Yes. Good job. Break it. Good. 3 more. Good. And tap, tap, tap. Yes, good boy. Good. Hold right here. Face yo-yo, move back, tap. Wait. Oh. Good boy. Good. 1 more, I think. Break. Good. Let him settle first. Good. So once he's settled like this, I'll tap. But here, no, I said tap. I meant like for the video. So like that, if you're doing this to the person, yo decides to come to you, or he's making his way, we wait until he stops coming to me, and then once he's settled, we tap or we do the recall. And he doesn't need to be sitting. He just needs to be like settled like that. So now, tap, 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 tap. Good boy. Good. This is close. Good. Good job. Good. And break. So now we'll advance it. We're going to add the cue. So when we're adding the cue, I'm going to say yo-yo come, and then I'm going to tap. Even if he's coming when I say yo-yo come, I'm still going to tap. And I'll explain why at the end of the video. But everything else remains the same. Yo-yo come, tap. Good. Hold right here. And good boy. Good. Break. Good job. Good. Yo-yo come, tap, tap, tap. Good. Tap. Move back, tap. Good. Good boy. Good. Break. Shh. Shh. Yo-yo come, tap. Tap. Good job. Tap. Yes, good job. Break. And then this, where before he was super excited to move a Chad, but now he's kind of like trying to not move a Chad. That's normal. He is just already kind of getting the idea of what's going to happen. So he's thinking, why am I going to go over here if this person's just going to call me again? So I might as well just stay with that person, which is normal. Go ahead and watch your feet here. There you go. Good. And then yo-yo come, tap. Good. So that one he came on cue and then continued to come when I tapped him. So tap. Maybe he'll close the gap from there. Good boy. Good. 2 more. Break. Good. And yo-yo come, tap. Good boy. Hold right here. Move back, tap, tap. Hold right here. Tap. Okay. Tap, tap. Tap. A little closer. Better. Yeah, good boy. Good. Break. 1 more. Yo-yo, come, tap. Good, hold right here. We'll see what he does. If I tap, sometimes they'll close the gap themselves, tap. There we go, good. And we'll cap it here, thank you. Good, so nothing out of the ordinary. Break. Yo-yo did really good. No issues, just issues when we would have to add leash tension to kind of pull him, he would yelp because it's just getting, leash tension with e-collar is what gives him the yelp, so it could be like a little frustration or just too much pressure. So like right there when he got tangled up, I tapped once, he got to move, got tangled, I tapped again, then he yelped just because he got stuck there. So he's just vocalizing his confusion or frustration, which is normal. As we keep repeating this, he'll start to get like, oh, I just need to come to you. So we started off with leash tension, tapping to get him to move to us. Once that was consistent, we tapped first, leash tension if needed, so that we know that the e-collar is the tool that's making yo-yo come to us, not the leash. Since we're trying to get away from the leash, try to have this, continue to be a off-leash recall. So once he's coming to me from that, and he's really consistent that when I tap, he moves, I tap, he moves, I tap, he moves, which we got, then we can label it yo-yo come. When I say yo-yo come, I tap always, even if he's coming to me, for like the first few times you practice. So the reasons why we want to tap when he's coming, or if he's, after we say the cue, is because if right now we didn't practice that and we said yo-yo come and he came every single time and we weren't tapping, that's good. But then let's say one day in the future he's smelling or he's doing his own thing and then we say yo-yo come and he's not coming. Okay, well we have to tap then. So we tap, but maybe as soon as we tap, he's already deciding to make his way to us. So we technically tap too late. So then two things can happen. He can either shut down, which he just lays down, doesn't move, he doesn't know what to do, or he runs the other way. So if we're forcing this confusion now, yo-yo come tap, and he's still coming, and we see some confusion, we can clarify that no matter when I tap, you still need to come to me. So again, that's just for the first few times, first few like weeks or months, just depending how often you're practicing yo-yo come or like the recall. But once you start to see that he is coming to you no matter what, when you tap, then you can stop. Another thing we want to remember to do is moving backwards as he's coming to you. So the reason why we want to move backwards is just because that's like the visual. So if he can't hear you, he can see you. So if you're at a loud area like the dog beach or dog park, and then you're yelling yo-yo come and you're tapping, but he can't hear you, so maybe he's just like looking confused. Maybe he sits, he's laying down. You start moving backwards, and he's like, oh, that's recall. The moving back is also to like draw the dog in. So like it's inviting them. It's also giving him something to go to. Because if we're just like, yo-yo, come, and we're standing here, he's probably gonna be like, well, where do I go? Like, what do I do? But then you start moving backwards, it draws them in. Another thing to remember to do is reel in your leash. Again, we don't want him having 30 more feet going behind us. We also don't want him to decide to just, go somewhere and then he has all that leash, he's gonna pull your arm out there. What else, yo-yo? So when you're practicing, this command takes like the longest to practice just because it requires you to go somewhere. It's also going to take you a longer time because when we practice recall, it can't be drilled out. So let's say we have a location we like to go to practice recall of yo-yo. You're actually not going to want to do it like drill it out. So the first time you go, maybe do like recall like 3 times. The next time you go to the park, let him just meander, let him free roam, let him get used to just being free, and then don't do recall. Maybe just reel him in, then you just go home. Then the next time you go to the park, maybe do a recall in the beginning, do one at the end, and then from that recall, heel, you go home. So always mixing it up, never drilling it out, because if you drill out recall too much at his favorite spot, he can become too cautious of it or too glued to you, because he's going to be thinking, why are you telling me to go be free over here if you're just going to call me again? So what's the point of that? So just to avoid that, always mixing it up, don't drill it out. Again, if this is a 2% exercise, it's unrealistic the way we're doing recall, but it's just to create the foundation. So no one calls their dog from a stationary position, it's usually from when they're moving or they're running away, so in some sort of movement. So the next step would be Chad gets yo-yo, Chad walks away, I call yo-yo as Chad's walking away with yo-yo. And then after that, after a few reps, Chad will jog with Yo-Yo. I call Yo-Yo off Chad. I call Yo-Yo off Chad while they're jogging. But again, this is a 2-person exercise, so if you have a partner you can practice with, this will work. If you're just by yourself, you would just have the long leash, let him do whatever. You can recall him off squirrels. Maybe he's smelling a tree, recall him off the tree. Maybe when he's chasing the squirrel, if he gets the squirrel, you can use there's a lot of opportunities to do a recall if he's at his favorite place or favorite park. Or of his dog friends. What else? Good. And then again, we tap to get him to come to us. Once he's coming to us, we stop tapping. And that's all.